he had a seed that ended up being ladderless, and he made that gamble, and he had sub 40. Yes, it was a high 39, but sub 40, that's insane for Randomizer.
Oh, it really is. And I was in that race. I looked at the time and I'm like, wait, what? And I was just a stud. It happened to be the race where I had my best overall Z score, but to look at that, I'm like, I was just awestruck. It's not the first time Cfalcon has blown me away with an insanely good time in a randomizer race, be it Zelda 1 rando or Zelda 3 rando. But we're going to focus on Zelda 1 rando as we have found level 7 at level 3.
Yep. Dark Magician winning the race through the screen wrap into level 7. Cfalcon winning the race into our first transport staircase. Little unfortunate there. You want to see that that item as early as possible, but we're in level 7. For those not familiar with these bracket flags as our tournament continues, we have our dungeons. They're going to be in the vanilla locations as the Triforce shows itself early in 7 here. It's just that the location might not hold the dungeon that is supposed to be there. That's why we found level 7 here at level 3 spot. So Falcon is going to go back in. Dark Magician sees the Triforce and decides to move on. I hate whiz rolls.
Oh boy, so do I. And right now, if anything, if Cfalcon were to take this room on, he might have the easier time of it with having 8 bombs, getting 2 bomb drops, whereas Dark Magician has yet to get one.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for Dark Magician. Blue Wizrobes, what they vanilla have like 8 or 10 hit points, something absurd. And they do hit 2 hit points no matter how they hit you. They're awful. But only one of them is in the primary spawn. Dark Magician left the room and actually only saw one blue Wizzy on the way back.
And here's another thing that you'd want bombs for, a manhandler.
Cfalcon trying to get stabs in here. 9, 10. That second bomb I don't think actually connected. The Dark Magician.
No, they're both out of there.
Yeah, they've both seen enough.
Can't say I blame them. Can't say I blame Cfalcon for not wanting to spend that 1 key, because keys can come at a premium in these seats.
Cfalcon does pick up the medium secret by star. What was that, about 36, 37 rupees? It was slightly above average. And Dark Magician did a mini world wrap there. Doesn't have the ladder to finish the job, but we do see that our coast item is the magical boomerang out of that.
Well, that's good to know for Dark Magician, because now he knows that that location is not required. And our level 1 spot has, well, it has level 1, which is great because you can get 2 floor items and 1 basement item, and we, for the first time tonight, named that ink blot.
That is a unfortunately linear level 1. This goes back to what we were saying there before we started giving the updates on what we were seeing. Having an extra key is just good because you see Dark Magician walks in and that door going south is locked. You don't want to walk into a dungeon and find out that all of your paths are locked like that. Although Cfalcon now sees the bomb block, Dark Magician's going to run into that very soon. So let's see if the resource battle comes into play early. If level 1 has anything of that's a progression item in it, Cfalcon's going to have an early advantage here. We do have 1 hit point Zal, so they're going to go down to the wood sword.
That's always a plus. And that Zol knocked Cfalcon away from the Triforce. For a second, I thought that was going to be the opposite. Oh, hey, a white sword. We'll take it.
Nice. Very nice. And And that's behind the bomb block. So hopefully Dark Magician gets that bomb. You don't want to see a race kind of swing based on that, but it might be what's happening here. And Power Bracelet as well.
Now, when we start shuffling, now we're not going to be doing that in this tournament, but on flag sets where the overworld locations get shuffled, the Power Bracelet does sometimes become required. But for this set of flags where that's not the case, that gives you access to the any roads, which can be very helpful.
Yep. Our runners haven't been to level 6 yet. The any roads can get you to the level 2 spot a lot easier without having to traverse the whole overworld. How about that raft in level 1 sitting there on the floor for Cfalcon? So he's found everything now.
Yep, now he's just got to go back for the Triforce and bail out. And the Armos item is the book, Dark Magician leaving that behind.
You ever wonder why the Armos just never move? They're stuck on the book.
Yep, because it's a real page turner.
So turning over a new leaf, Dark Magician's going to see what's here in the vanilla level 6 spot. Dark Magician did see the arrows in the arrow shop. Unfortunately, didn't have any bombs to see what was in the Forgotten Spots shop. Cfalcon is going to bring 2 bombs over. I'm willing to wager he's going to check this. Is level 8's behind level 6.
And we've got a blue ring at 250 rupees. Now, there's a reason that happens more often than not in these randomizer seeds, because the shop prices are plus or minus 20, but with the blue ring, if the value ever rolls higher than 255, it automatically reverts down to 250.
Cfalcon being cautious with these Armos, sees the book and also wants nothing to do with it.
Here's a tough combat room. Blue dark nuts, 6 of them all in one room, no bombs, 3 hearts, and they do 2 hearts of damage per hit.
I'm wondering if he's going to just do what he can. Oh, Cfalcon taking the death. If Dark Magician's just going to do what he can here, and as soon as he loses his hit to give, and he's already jumping into that. Especially with Sword Beam from here, you're not restrained to only being able to stab at Dark Nuts that are right next to you. You can use that beam sword from a distance get your hits in. Cfalcon, meanwhile, showing off, as we were talking about, that Power Bracelet, immediately taking it right back to the level 6 spot.
Yeah, without that Power Bracelet, that death would be even more costly.
Cfalcon has the white sword, too. Blue Lionels are just mean.
Yeah, many of the enemies that are of the blue variety are nasty in this game. Well, Wizrobes are nasty to begin with, but that tough combat room had a red candle.
Yeah, very nice. Not the best item you want to see for that, but, I mean, our runners are checking the shop for a reason. We need a candle to access the level 8 spot, so Dark Magician just saved a pile of rupees, saved finding if the vanilla candle shop or the rare shop has the blue candle, because we know the other 2 shops don't have it. Nice bomb grab from the blue Octorok outside the front door.
Looked to me like he was debating on going back in, decided against it.
I'm curious where he's going to go. Probably level 9. There's not really a good time to go to level 9, so really, it's generally when you're next to level 6 or next to level 5 that you just kind of decide, I might as well climb Death Mountain. And having the bomb empowers him to do that.
True that. Another time you can check it is if you clear level 1 and you have the ladder, or know how to screen map like both of our runners do. Me, it's inconsistent, so that's why you never saw it from me out of my tournament run. So, but who knows? There's always next time.
Cfalcon's going to pick up this red candle soon as well. Both runners will have a fire source. Of course, besides having access to Vanilla 8, that gives them access to a couple of the large secrets, a Take Any Cave. You know, it's just good to have it.
Level 4 is up at level 9.
Yeah, the climb was not in vain. You hate climbing all the way up here and finding out that level 9 is at level 9.
Well, if that happens, you just up A. But since that's not the case, we see what's down the stairs. Ooh, we got a segmented level 4.
Oof. Both runners now noping out of level 8. Cfalcon's going to cash in this raft and see what's on the island.
And that's level 9.
Well, it's good to know. Cfalcon probably going to up an A and take an any road up to level 5 in the Lost Hills. Don't know which dungeon he's going to go to first. Level 5 is just close to it. 2 and 8 are nearby as well.
As Dark Magician takes the death in level 4.
That mummy just moving in the wrong direction, not getting knocked back, and then walking right into him.
Yep, Gibdo hugs are 100% fatal, but actually before any such levels, Cfalcon's getting to take any out of Monocle Rock.
Why not? Now, was the entrance to level 4 on the right side of the screen? A Dark Magician might have been able to pirouette this locked door open with his last key, but decided to use it instead. We'll see if that comes back, or if I just have it wrong. I have been known to be wrong, well, often.
Hey, who hasn't?
Level 6 is behind level 2.
Now, level 6 in Shapes is not a dungeon you want to spend too much time digging out, as that tends to be one of the largest dungeons outside of sometimes level 8 and always level 9.
Yes, all those dungeons sharing the grid, level 6 getting way too many of the rooms very often. These dungeons have a disturbingly similar color palette here.
It's not a bad thing, at least it's easy to see.
That's true. The last thing you want to see is have a key item match the color of the floor tile.
And oh hey, we got the wand at a level 4, while Dark Magician doesn't have the white sword. That is an offense upgrade.
Definitely. Not going to help with these whiz robes, but still good.
Will certainly help with just about everything else in that room, well, except the bubbles, although the bubble curse will have no effect on the wand. Oh, and Dark Magician gets shot in the side from the whiz robe.
Dark Magician, unfortunately with whiz robes, your combat can be great, but sometimes you just need to get off of only 3 hearts, white sword, and the wand is good for the Gibdos, worthless against the whiz robes.
The only things that'll do anything to a whiz robe are a sword or bombs. I'll say this on Cfalcon's side, having shooters in that room just do not help. Oh, hey, the Triforce.
Nice. Cfalcon can't take a hit from a Gibdo, so definitely wants to make sure it gets taken down. Dark Magician finds the compass in level 4, so he knows where the Triforce is. That's always a plus.
found a bomb hole to get there and gets a bomb drop. Oh, hi, Gleok. You're not guarding that key very well.
Poor Gleok.
Ooh, but it looks like the path that Dark Magician is on is key locked unless there's a workaround.
And that room is not gonna have a drop. It's not in level 1. That the 5 face of the die. Not great.
I think the orange Wizrobes rolled a little high because one bomb is not enough to take him out. Oh, but we got the recorder!
Very nice. Dark Magician's not going to complain about anything else that happens in here holding that recorder. Cfalcon finding a room of 5 blue Wizrobes. Get out of there! Run through it!
And then runs right through a meat block.
So the meat block's not going to do much of anything this seed. Cfalcon has no hits to give against these Wizrobe. Yep. Negative hits to give.
Yeah, that's one where the big shield would have come in handy for sure, which we don't see very often in Rando, but with all these blue Wizrobes, sometimes I've wondered if that's a good play or not, but sometimes those big purchases are tough because of how the rupees cap out at 255. Now Dark Magician's back in level 1. This will allow him to get everything that Cfalcon got, as well as the Triforce. Honestly, this is a room where I just find an opening and gun it, try and block clip, and just be done with it.
I've been pushing the wrong button.
That can happen to anybody.
Dark Magician finds the Triforce room at least. And I believe this is the white sword room. There we go. What did Cfalcon find in 6? Transport. So Dark Magicians actually shouldn't be too upset about this. Key blocked from going even further and finding that raft still. But Dark Magician has a recorder and can come back here whenever it's convenient.
Speaking of key blocks, Cfalcon just ran into one in 6 and opts to up A to get back to the start of the dungeon. In doing so, has to go and clear this room of Gibdos again.
Ooh. Gets bombs for it at least.
Actually gets 2 bomb packs.
Oh, I see what Dark Magician did now.
Yep, he's trying to set up a Canana key, but a number of forces in this room were not cooperating, but he's able to pull it off, only to run into another key door.
He's not... Maybe he's going to go back after the fact. I think this might be the item room at least. This is the power bracelet.
Yeah, it's the bracelet. The raft's further north, so unfortunately, that up A is going to not save the Canana key, so he would have to actually come back with not 1 but 2 keys.
Here's hoping that Dark Magician remembers that. Cfalcon has left level 6 and has found level 2. I'm guessing this is under the bush.
And that is another linear ink blot, but go ahead and name it, folks. Stay well and listen. Sorry, old man, we don't have time. Not at this juncture.
Level 2 is Stick Figure Stretch Armstrong.
Basically, and speaking of jackpot, the large secret that Dark Magician came up with, 140 rupees. That is a big one.
It tops out, I believe, at 150.
Yes, it does. So that's really good, as Dark Magician has done a HUD clip.
Just showing off now. But this is the arrow shop.
And he's making a purchase. Not a bad call. And I do believe Cfalcon has picked up the red ring.
And another heart container in level 2 now. So if those are the items in level 2, that's... No, I'm not going to complain about that.
Yeah, I never complain about extra defense because that can really come in handy, especially with some of the nasty combat we've seen so far.
Dark Magician is going to be very happy to see that red ring. Of course, both runners are going to also be happy to see that heart container. The white sword item at this point is unknown. That's going to take between their numbers here.
4 and 6, and Cfalcon just got to 6, so...
So hang on a moment.
Yeah, hold the phone. I'm questioning if he got red ring, or if this was just a 2-heart container dungeon.
I think this is a 2-heart container dungeon. I'm not sure if we saw the items from the other dungeon previously. We're going to be keeping an eye on Cfalcon's damage here, and whether Dark Magician can get up to 6 hearts within this dungeon. Speaking of the white sword item, it is just another heart container. Cfalcon's gonna get it. Dark Magician with no hit points to give against this Dark Magician.
So it was 2 heart containers in level 2 after all. Which, when you're struggling with health, that's not a bad thing to find.
Yep, can't complain about picking up heart containers as long as you're working towards 6. Dark Magician doesn't know it yet, but he's working on guaranteeing picking up another heart container. Cfalcon does find level 3 in the level 5 spot while we're doing this, and gets another map. Name that Inkblot.
It's like an 8-bit version of the Thinker. As Dark Magician plays the flute, we don't have audio up, but go ahead and name that tune. As that is what drove Cfalcon out of level 2, not having the recorder. What he does have is a compass, as Dark Magician takes the death in Ganon's room.
Dang. Cfalcon has found the compass in level 3 and is working his way up towards where that Triforce room is. We'll find out shortly if this is a ladder block or if there's some other way. Level 3, you should be able to get a bomb in there unless that room holds a corridor staircase. Of course, there could just be a doorway as well. We're following 2 people here. We'll figure it out.
With that, Cfalcon has the Triforce out of level 3. Not too deep in, so I would expect him to go back in to see what he can dig out.
You know, especially now Cfalcon has half the required Triforces. Only has the raft as far as progression items go. Still looking for that recorder, the ladder, the bow, the arrows. You've got to start digging dungeons out, especially the small dungeon. Of course, running into a ladder block isn't going to help things. He's going to clear the room to get that shutter door open and keep the beam sword. At least see if the room drops anything, which it does not. Dark Magician back in Ganon's room, which is definitely a Wizrobe party house.
Well, what can I say? Now we got the red ring. It's in level 3, but going back to finish that thought is when the pig's away, the Wizrobes like to party. And the silver arrows, the level 9. The level 9 drop set is in level 3. Wow.
Those two items just inseparable. Triforce in 2, by the way, was all the way at the bottom of that mess.
Yeah, that was about as far possible as it could be in that shape.
We have an interesting set of knowledge gaps here. Dark Magician has that recorder, is figuring out a couple of things, has been in... I feel like at this point, a couple of dungeons a little further than Cfalcon's been in. Cfalcon, though, cleaning up a couple more of the dungeons, has, at this point, half the Triforces, because he just picked it up out of 3. And has that defense boost. So hopefully Cfalcon, on his way to what we know to be level 4, is able to take care of business there. Meanwhile, Dark Magician is in 6. I'm trying to remember why Cfalcon left 6. Probably because he found everything, because he's got the Triforce at least. Either that or because 6 is big.
Yeah, level 6 is a dungeon you do not want to dig out. And that's advice I didn't follow well enough. Is that basically, we haven't seen the map yet, but I've seen level 6 run upwards of 40 rooms or more in shapes. So that's why a lot of runners who play shapes will not dig level 4 out. Or rather, level 6 out, as Cfalcon's in level 4. Excuse me.
Dark Magician sees the room that Cfalcon was able to run through. 5 blue Wizrobes in an NSU room. It's not a pretty sight. Let's see what he does.
He just turns on the afterburners and guns it.
That's what Cfalcon did. Both of them taking 1 hit in that room. Both of them... I feel like if the Wizrobe is the bait block monster, perhaps it shouldn't take damage from the fire, but oh well. So this staircase, I think, has a heart container. Dark Magician doesn't know it, and it's just going to keep going.
Can't blame him. Blue Wizrobe combat is nasty.
Oh, definitely not blaming anybody for skipping that mess. Although now, not willing to spend the last key yet. He's going to try and clip past him. He's having a little trouble finding the spot.
We've seen the bomb shop, and 13 rupees is definitely a sale price, as they normally are 20, so that'll definitely help.
Not the best bomb prices, but not the worst.
Yeah, I've certainly seen the worst as Dark Magician gets run over by a blue Wizrobe. Instead, Cfalcon opts to purchase a key. I think I know what he's planning here. Use the 1 key, see where it goes, and if it's nothing good worth keeping, then you just up a retry and you keep your key. Just be sure you up a save before doing this, or else you could lose a lot of progress.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure he actually saved there. But that's not a bad strategy to basically get your free key and see what happens. Going right back up to level 3 with it, though. Cfalcon also, though, has the silver arrows, has a candle, has a ring, knows the bait block isn't going to be worth anything. Keys, outside of a shield or potion purchase, the only thing his money's good for. I guess bomb upgrades are on the table eventually.
Yeah, well, they're not going to be on the table at 32 rupees, as those are plus minus 25 from their vanilla 100.
Back into 4. Dark Magician consulting his map. Well, I'm guessing which key door to open opens it up to a Chevy room, though.
Yeah, this level 6 just looks disgusting in terms of the amount of keys that it wants. Like, it's a key-hungry dungeon and a key-starved seed.
Maybe it will at least lose some weight and be a slightly smaller dungeon, but it does not look promising for anybody here. I don't think we've seen either item out of levels. Well, I guess we saw a heart container and a staircase, but we haven't seen a floor item yet. Dark Magician, not having the knowledge we have, hoping for either the bow or the ladder.
Yep, as he picks up the wand.
Falcon getting that compass to know where to go in 4. Cfalcon has the red ring, so this blue wizrobe fight should go a little cleaner, a little faster. Has the white sword to go with it.
I believe he's in the room where the recorder dropped, and what helped Dark Magician here was getting a clock drop.
Again, the white sword, the red ring paying off there, because he just got blasted by a red wizrobe.
As Cfalcon picks up the recorder, so that opens up Recorder Lake, which I believe is going to be level 5 today, as we have yet to see that dungeon.
That's correct. We're down to that spot. Cfalcon discovering that there is a key block in his future. Starting to look around this dungeon and figure out where is the key. Again, level 4 all the way up here on Death Mountain at Spectacle Rock. Not a place you want to have to walk back to a second time just because of the time.
Definitely. And speaking of walking back, Dark Magician's going to have to do some walking back as he just took a death. This seed has been rough in terms of combat.
Trying to think now. We are running out of dungeons, as chat's kind of starting to point out, for our important items to be in. I think the 6th floor item is still a possibility. I don't think we've seen anything in 7. And 7's usually the level to place your Schadenfreude bet.
Yep, if we're following Saver metrics, but here's another metric for you. A Patra guarding the Triforce in level 4.
At least they put somebody like with some amount of competence on guard duty. They could have picked a better room.
Now, I've seen worse rooms to fight a Patra in than that, but it is worth noting that the smaller Patra bugs are affected by the enemy HP shuffle. The main bosses are not.
Has Dark Magician still not found the Triforce in level 6 either?
Not yet. I think he's just looking for something. I know that much. But what that is, not sure.
A key, along with the floor drop.
I see Cfalcon's about to find out the news we already know about the large secret. It's mega large.
Cha-ching! So Cfalcon going to be the first runner to actually cash in the recorder.
Well, for level 5, Dark Magician already cashed the recorder in to get the Triforce out of level 2.
Ooh, that's true. That we had the dig dagger block. This is why I keep you around. You've got the good analysis going here tonight. I'm just saying words. Cfalcon's gonna heal up probably before venturing further.
No, I think he's going to buy a key. Maybe 2. Because I did not see the key prices earlier, but I'm about to see it again.
80 something?
Yeah, you should be able to buy 2 keys for that easily.
And there's still a pair of big secrets on the map. Dark Magician pausing to ponder what's going on in level 6. I'm all for usually kind of going in, digging out a dungeon as much as you can, because the time you leave a dungeon is usually the time it has something good. But at the same time, Dark Magician, only with a handful of Triforces to his name here, at some point you have to consider: am I spending too much time on one dungeon? We know level 3 is kind of the place to go to get defense and a nice silver arrow.
And for something to go with those silver arrows, the bow is in level 5. Recorder Lake would definitely hint at that by getting the recorder out of level 4. So now, I pose this question. The seed is being real heavy on Keystar. We don't know if the seed's 100% definitely ladder blocked, although it does seem it just based off looking at this 5. If it weren't for that ladder block, I'd honestly be asking, does Cfalcon take the gamble and go for ladderless? I do not think that's going to be possible here, so I don't see it happening, but that is always a possibility, as he could go for that ladderless seed anytime it may seem like ladder's not required in the first 8 dungeons.
I kind of take this philosophy with the silver arrows as well. There's always exceptions, like level 1 wasn't explored at the beginning of the game for whatever the reason, and it's small and it has a bunch of things in it. But you're gonna have to explore level 9 anyway. This goes for the ladder and the silver arrows. You might as well go and see how far you can get. And if you happen to, rescue the kidnapped and you didn't get that thing, well, in the case of the ladder, it's that. In the case of the silver arrows, it's the silvers in 9. Why not?
This particular room with the gels is basically a case of 2-door Monty, and it's a good thing Cfalcon has that recorder, because Big Dogger, be gone. Just for blue rupees, though. Level 8 having 2 basement drop items, and this could be one of them. Small keys help. Known as keys in this game, because there are no big keys yet. That started in A Link to the Past. And he's locked in with blue dark nuts, but red ring really does help. However, red ring does not make you invincible, as Dark Magician comes across a Patra in level 7. Both our runners clear their respective combat rooms. Oh, shoot. Well, at least the shoot room only has a key and not something important like a Triforce or a ladder. And unfortunately, the staircase taken by Cfalcon to get to this red dark nut room was a stealth staircase. Unfortunately, the push block on that rupee boss does not quite give way, and we got ourselves a three-headed Gleeok. That Cfalcon is just able to slip on by. And there's our map for level 8, so folks, name that ink blot, and that is triple segmented. Ugh, that's just disgusting to think about. With level 8 being on the same 8x8 grid as level 7, then I sort of have an idea of what level 7 looks like, and I can imagine that ink blot doesn't look very pretty either.
Sorry, I had to step away for a moment there, but you're right, that level 8's disgusting. We do find that staircase there. Oof.
Yeah, what this does is that's going to add an extra transport staircase per segment on top of what's usually in level 8, so yeah, it's disgusting. Anyway, we found the Triforce room for level 7, Cfalcon down to half a heart.
Get the triangle.
Agreed.
Just get it and run. You can come back in, but half a heart. Just get out of there. Don't have to find that again.
Yeah, he's just getting out of there. I don't blame him whatsoever.
So Cfalcon now running out of places to find this ladder.
Chat brings up a good point with the one staircase that went nowhere. It could technically be a quad segment today, albeit with a one-off. Unfortunately, Cfalcon also finding the same Chevy room that Dark Magician found moments ago, as Dark Magician did pick up the bow out of level 5.
And then immediately run to the same Chevy room that Cfalcon found in level 5. So one of the places we've already have been in is going to have this ladder. Cfalcon making the cynic's guess that level 7 is going to have what we need.
Going for the sabermetrics play, albeit with a different item.
I mean, we basically know, right? We have everything out of 1. We have everything out of 2. Even if we don't have the Triforce from it yet. We have everything out of level 3. We have everything out of level 4. 5 has a room and a ladder block, so we know the ladder's not in 5. So of the rest, I think we saw 1 heart in 6. We know the red candle was in 8. I'm not sure if we saw anything else. We're basically running out of spots, and 7 is basically infamous.
It really is amongst this community.
Dark Magician picking up the white sword heart. I could swear that's the 3rd time we've seen that white sword heart get picked up.
And name that ink blot.
That's also disgusting, so it must be level 8's mirror image.
Yep, they usually are.
Just with that stray tooth, you can really see it.
I'm thinking something out of Star Wars Episode 1. I think that looks like one of the staff bikes ridden by a battle droid, as we have found both the heart container and Lord Banana within seconds of each other.
We missed the heart container, but all hail Lord Banana. 7 was not it. So that's pointing towards either 8 or 6. What stopped us in 8?
Not sure if it was keys or ladder block. I'm having a hard time figuring out if it was the 2. Well, we'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, one of these 2 dungeons is not ladder blocked.
There's a free key.
It was going to be a push block room, and then the door opened. Well, there was a shuttered door in the first place. Cfalcon starts studying that map, trying to figure out where to best spend his efforts. Dark Magician, meanwhile, is in the big room of level 3.
Gets the silver arrows.
Cfalcon probably looking for more keys. Dark Magician almost left the room before seeing the ring. And with that up A, I'm guessing... No, he still has not claimed the triangle on 3. The map is blinking. And he's going to be out of here momentarily.
So that stealth room wasn't a stealth after all. This could be the item for level 8.
That's gotta be it.
And it is a heart container, which now gives Cfalcon a 20% chance to claim the magical sword. I mean, he's right in the area, so I don't see why not.
I think at this point, we are also at a 100% chance the ladder's in 6.
And that is going to be disgusting to dig out. You better stock up on your keys and stock up on your bombs, because it's gonna be a while.
We haven't seen... Well, I think we saw a staircase heart, and that was our item out of 6. So it's going to be on the floor someplace. There's... I want to say there were wizrobes in here. This is not pretty. It also makes Dark Magician's dig of 6 early on. I don't know if it's better or worse now to know that this does need to happen. This Dark Magician looks like he's gonna buy a mega secret worth of keys. He's just going right back in.
I don't blame him. He can afford all those keys. Go for it.
Save the game to do the retry thing at this rate.
Oh yeah.
Cfalcon's gonna clear some of these enemies out. Dark Magician's gonna claim, well, at least hopefully dig out the banana without too much trouble. When you know somebody's digging for an item that they don't actually need, you just hope it happens fast for their sake.
Yep, and room. Yep, that ladder block room for Cfalcon. Nothing.
No, I think this has to be the ladder at this point.
Well, there's bomb hole. There it is! It was behind a bomb hole! So with that, at 5149, Cfalcon7 has entered Triforce and Go mode. He just has to go back to levels 2 and 5 to get the Triforces, but the 1 and 2 is going to be quite the hike.
Where was level 2 again? That was at... Is that at 8?
I think he's about to check the coast item and be very disappointed.
Dark Magician just stumbled across both of the items in 7. He's going to up an A as soon as he sees that banana. Does claim the heart container at least. So yeah. Quite the hike just because you have to go through all of these rooms. Really, 3 rooms of this dungeon are not going to be seen on this trip.
And that Dark Magician has the Triforce at a level 7.
Very nice. Dark Magician's time is starting to run out now, and the problem's going to be going back to 6 for that ladder is probably the last thing on his to-do list right now until he gets ladder blocked in 5 for real.
He's already been in 5. He already knows of the ladder block.
Yet he returns? Okay, we're going the other way.
Nope.
Good. Probably going to 8, though, to discover that's not so helpful. Cfalcon gets past his dig dogger block.
And bombs out of Ganon's room. Now just one more room to get through, and thankfully it's just a room full of keys. Getting the compass to see it's in the next room. That sounds like a typical Zelda 1 randomizer move.
Easy Triforce in 2. So Cfalcon's going to be the first runner to see what is in level 5.
Now that makes 9 hearts for Dark Magician. He's one away from having a 20% shot at the magical sword. Cfalcon did not take a shot at that, so if it is 10 hearts, ooh, that could hurt.
I don't see Cfalcon going to get the magical sword at all. He already has the white sword, and he's one of those runners like the skill level that is going to try to go ladderless in 9 and see what happens and like just keep charging ahead is the one that's also going to say, I know how the white sword works. I can stab Ganon an extra 4 times. I'll be okay.
That was just 5 rupees in that Chevy room.
If Cfalcon didn't have white sword, I think we would have seen that check.
Is it just me, or was Cfalcon swinging both sword and wand at the same time there? Because I did not think he knew how to do that.
I think he knows that trick. Stack the damage from the wand and the white sword, just swing them both at the same time.
It's a good thing to know.
Damage. It's a great thing to know. Stacks with all the swords too, so you could do 3 with wood sword and 6 with magic sword. At least I'm pretty sure that's a true statement.
5 with magic sword. Also, name that ink blot. That looks like a bad guy from the Wild West era, as Cfalcon finds a heart container in 5 before finding a room with a blue rupee and lots of Zols.
I mean, if the dungeon's gonna give it to you, you might as well take that heart container.
No, old man, you heard wrong.
I mean, the ladder was behind Find the Bomb Hole. He might have heard right.
No, Kaiser Zelda was basically that one seed that I was on call for the Pentaforce tournament, and I'm gonna leave it at that, because I'm pretty sure Nor'Raster would like to forget about that one.
Oh no, not one of those seeds.
Also, name that recorder tune as Cfalcon busts it out or Dig Dogger.
Cfalcon is looking for that Triforce, wants to get out of here.
Say it's more than the Triforce at this point. The compass would point him in the right direction for sure, but we haven't even found that yet. Maybe the transport staircase will be helpful here.
If I'm Cfalcon, I'm still checking these staircases, because I don't think we've seen a staircase I'm in 5. We saw a floor drop. And the any key is still at large.
Yeah, so there's a non-zero chance the NE key's here, but we got the Triforce out of level 5, so with that, Cfalcon will be on his way to level 9. So while he's on his way, what are we after in level 9?
Well, there's a couple things you're looking for in level 9. You're looking for a shutter door that does not open, despite all signs saying it should open, like all the enemies being cleared in the room. If there's only the one shutter door, and that's true, the kidnapped Princess Zelda is behind that door. We're also listening for the roar of Ganon. If you're in a room north, south, east, or west of the beast, you're going to hear him yelling and screaming. The only thing is if there's a boss monster in that room, you might hear the roar of Gleeok or the roar of Patra instead, and, well, you want to double check that. Only one way to go in this first room in level 9, too. If you've played other randomizer flag sets, you might have heard things like you want to look for old men with hints inside of level 9 as well. No such hint with this flag set. It's only community hints, so you're not going to be told the kidnapped lies in the northwest of the skull or anything like that. We're just listening for Ganon and looking for shutter doors.
Yeah, basically you get nonsense from the old man in this flag set.
There's your stealth staircase.
Yep, and unfortunately that puts Cfalcon out of bombs.
Not gonna be fun. It is actually close to start, though. Which shop was the bomb shop? The candle shop?
It was one north of start, so pretty good spot for it. Even with only 18 rupees, you can still get a 4-pack.
I think Cfalcon still has a handful of rupee secrets near start, especially the one near level 1, if it absolutely came down to that. Well, maybe it is coming down to that.
Or he gets a bomb drop. That works too.
Either one, maybe both. Might as well go to 8 bombs.
And if they don't work out, the same up A retry strategy that you use for keys also applies for bombs. But again, be sure you save before you do an up A retry, or else you could lose a lot of progress.
Yep. This may be a triple dip 9, as a couple of people are pointing out there in chat. At the same time, this is pretty close to start. This is a situation where you're not too upset about it. This is a really good location a good location for 9, just because there are the shops nearby. All but the Forgotten Spot shop is near this location. And you've got that Deadwood's Fairy Spring as well if you absolutely need the hearts, although with a red ring, I think Cfalcon's going to be okay here.
Dark Magician is in the right level for getting the ladder. However, he's got to head to the north and bomb left. It's in a very obscure location, admittedly.
Dark Magician has already explored an awful lot of level 6. Hopefully his tracking is good enough that he kind of can start narrowing down this search to the few little question mark walls he might have left.
Now, what's going to make this tough for level 9 is that the Vires rolled up for HP, so even silver arrows won't take him out in one hit.
It does mean that they should not count in the bomb dropping group for logic. You do need to have a bomb dropper in a dungeon, but it's still not something you really like to see.
Ooh, and speaking of stuff you don't like to see, but thankfully we're seeing it late, Danger Noodles. Blue land molars move extremely fast.
Dark Magician, don't up A yet. Get the bomb pack on the floor first. I tried.
Guessing he didn't want those. Now, could this be Zelda? That's certainly possible. Nope. Dark Magician had the right idea there, but that was not the bomb hole he was looking for. I believe that one was it. Now it's to the left of this room here. He's gonna clear the room first. You got a clock, so you might as well clean the room's clock, that is.
And with those bubbles there, as long as he remains in level 6.
Oh my, he went
they won't
through the
respawn.
door, got the and is in the Triforce room, but the ladder was behind the wall the other way.
Do you... Well, Chat probably hears it.
And knowing that, ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon with the white sword. It'll be 8 hits. There's 2. And sometimes the stun lock, the pig slips away. There's 3. Dark Magician gets the bomb down. 5, 6. And with that, down goes Ganon. We got bacon, so now it's only a case of where the kidnapped is. It could have been behind that shutter door that just popped open as Dark Magician hits go mode. That was not Zelda for Cfalcon, so now it's a question of where is the Ice Queen, because she is being evasive right now.
Dark Magician claims that Triforce out of 6 needs to hurry at this point, since Cfalcon already holds the Triforce of Power. Find a bomb hole, but the door stays shut.
But that is a key drop. Cfalcon not interested in it right now, is just opting to keep moving.
Yeah, we're getting into that a little bit over an hour time frame where runners are going to start saying to themselves, where's the other dot done? I've got to keep moving. But knowing this has been a key starred seed, he might want to be picking up these keys as he goes, just in case. I was about to say, we're getting close to a point where Cfalcon might want to consider going in through one of these transport staircases. Dark Magician still doesn't have the raft out of 1. He's been key blocked out of here for a long time. He's 1 room away from it now. He doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, he had been key blocked out of this since basically the beginning of the seed. The decision by Cfalcon early to save that key from an early dive into, I believe it was, I want to say it was 7, something like that. That decision was huge, as it really played in Cfalcon's favor. There's the raft. Dark Magician hits Triforce and go mode.
Still going through this door, then realizing, oh wait, I'm done in 1. Every time you see that 1 shutter door in the room scrolling onto the screen, your heart skips a beat. This one's not the one Cfalcon's looking for.
Yep, unfortunately, these aren't the droids that he's looking for.
I think it's almost like one of those tropes at this point where if you can only go left at start, Zelda just tends to be in this bottom right corner, and that's why you can only go left.
Well, unfortunately, this is a case of 3-door Monty, thankfully having 6 key.
Still a couple of rooms in this bottom corner to investigate. This far right column has a lot to be explained still.
Well, now we got a map for the final time tonight, folks. Name that ink blot. And as usual, with some rare exceptions, level 9 tends to look like Swiss cheese.
That is pure disgust on paper.
Yep.
So where on this map has Cfalcon not been? I don't think we've seen the extreme bottom left corner or the top left corner. Dark Magician finds another heart container on the ground in 5. That's both items in 5.
The Triforce was to the north in 5. as Dark Magician does a ladder clip. And there it is, was a transport staircase to Zelda all along. Dark Magician now knows where the Triforce is in level 5, but he is out of time as Cfalcon7 takes game 1. Get your GGs in chat.
Very nice Cfalcon there, finding the staircase that went to that bottom left quadrant. We saw another door out of that room, but like I was saying, we haven't seen any of the other doors there. It might be a magic staircase, even if it's a magic staircase that happens to also go to like a block of 6 rooms down there. GG to Cfalcon, though. Great break. Trolley seed.
Also, the official SRL time for Cfalcon7 was 1 hour, 10 minutes, 22 seconds.
Well, there's your recorder tune if you actually were able to hear it. So we were hearing commentary, not quite hearing it. It was the Great Palace theme from Zelda 2.
That's a pretty good choice, as both these runners have played a number of different Zelda randomizers. I don't think Cfalcon's played Zelda 2 rando, but I want to say Dark Magician has. Don't quote me on that.
I have a feeling they've probably both played a bunch. We need to get Cfalcon on the Zelda 2 train, though. Dark Magician gonna keep going here, try and finish out this seed.
Yeah, I think the weight of the Triforce required this transport staircase. Yep, it most certainly did.
Always good to appear a couple rooms away like this. Ropes guarding a Triforce.
They couldn't guard an escape sewer. They couldn't guard a Triforce.
It's Dark Magician almost there. You still have to go up to level 4?
I believe so. You got the Triforce out of 5, so it's 4 and 8 now.
Yep, compass light is beeping in 4.
Yep, and a segmented 4, I might add.
Let's hope this path reveals itself to Dark Magician soon. Well, that's promising-ish.
Except when you want there to be a bomb hole there, but the game says no. Got a bomb drop though, so he's covered.
At least we got that.
And with that, we are joined by the winner of this race, Cfalcon. GG.
Thank you. Thank you.
GG.
What turned out to be a big actor in your favor for this race was saving the one key that you could get out of an early dungeon, because that allowed you to get all the way back into level 1 and get all 3 items out of there, including the raft. Dark Magician did not get that until very late as a result of key blocks on a seed that was really heavily key starved.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the play that won me the race because I still bought 3 keys.
Well, I
So-
wouldn't call it the winning play, but it was certainly a key contributor.
I got it.
Oh dear. I had a much bigger issue with the location of the ladder, and by that I mean I'm annoyed by it.
Yeah, that was dirty. I will agree. That was super dirty.
Couple of seeds this week that are playing the game of find the bomb hole to find the ladder. Not even anything in level 9.
Yeah, I think that's what got me in one of them.
Had a lot of work, early work with Wizrobes as well in this seed.
Oh yeah, there were several dungeons with Wizrobes. Doesn't bother me not having a ring or anything, especially when you just find a nice white sword in level 1. Not too bad from there.
Yeah,
With that, Dark
finds
Magician
in one
is
word.
into level 9. I don't think we saw either of the items in level 9, and it's just that any key is still at large.
So if I take a quick look at my tracker here, the any key is either going to be the staircase item in 6, which I never saw, or it's got to be a 9. The only 3 items I've not accounted for. So
Staircase item in 6, I believe, is a heart container, so that does force it into 9.
yeah, I'm surprised I didn't find it, given the realization a couple minutes after killing Ganon that Zelda was probably in the southwest corner and that I probably needed a staircase, so I was a little surprised I didn't run into one of the items that way.
Well, it was a staircase to Zelda, as here's Ganon for Dark Magician.
Dark Magician also armed with a red ring and a white sword, getting a few hits in the bottom right corner here. Not able to get the stun lock yet, but getting plenty of hits in. Just needs to not lose all of his heart.
True that, because a Hyrule driver will take one away, as Dark Magician gets the silver arrow win. More bacon as down goes Ganon one more time. By the way, how about that item set in 3 being level 9's usual item set?
Okay, no joke, as I picked up the red ring and walked in the staircase silver arrows, I kind of had 2 reactions. The first one being I really wish this was the any key right now. And the second one was, are we sure that I'm actually in level 3 and not 9?
Meanwhile, Dark Magician did find the compass. Zenai knows exactly where Zelda is, but does not know the path.
No, and that staircase, I see that staircase, which was just south of the compass. I think that's the one that I actually took, and it popped me right next to Zelda, so...
Yep, that was the one.
I don't track 9, so... except for memory, so sometimes I'm liable to forget which staircase it is, but...
Yeah, Dark Magician's still looking to see if there's any way to bomb over there.
I don't believe there is. I do believe this to be a staircase required Zelda.
Not that staircase.
Well, now we know where all the bunnies were. They were hanging out in level 9, thankfully.
It's a good place to store your bunnies.
You know, I will say as a commentator, as a bit of a note, I'm actually glad that level 5 was ladder blocked in the room next to the bow. Because the moment I found the bow, my initial instinct was, you know what, let's do this again. I'm going to try to not look for the ladder, and then I immediately got ladder block. I'm like, well, never mind.
Yeah, because I was thinking, is there a chance you go for that ladderless seed? And then the game said, no. Well, better for it to happen now than right outside Zelda's room. Or in Zelda's room, for that matter.
Yeah, that didn't happen to me in a practice seed a couple days ago at all, did it? No, not at all. But anyway, yeah, that's a danger doing that. Luckily, I didn't have to worry about worrying about that too much. But yeah, this seed was admittedly very stressful. I'm surprised I actually won because I think I double dipped into every dungeon in the game that wasn't level 1 and maybe 3.
The things that hurt Dark Magician in this seed were, like we already kind of mentioned, a little bit of key management. Just not able to get into level 1 and find all the items, including the white sword at first. Then it could go back again later for the raft. And I think there might have been a couple of other opportunities to keep a key. And then, actually, Dark Magician spent a lot of time digging 6 early, but came up empty on the ladder.
I mean, I guess in fairness, I spent some time digging level 6, you know, early, like getting to a staircase I thought was the item, and then stupidly getting shot in the face by a blue Roots robe and walking back down there only to find out it was a transport. That was a good use of 5 minutes.
Oh, in Dark Magician's case, it was a use of a little more than 5 minutes.
I would agree. I think it was more along the lines of at least 10, maybe 15. I could be wrong there.
I mean, there's always, you know, the eye test that can be easily failed of you watch somebody and you say, well, that's what it definitely is. But I don't think you're exaggerating by that much, where Dark Magician probably spent twice as much time early in the race in level 6 as Cfalcon. Now, where was this staircase?
I was gonna mention too the other thing that ended up being interesting, the way my like routing worked out, not going to the level 9 spot early and or not getting the recorder out of there, is that I'm pretty sure I managed to also find every recorder block that was physically possible in the seed. So that was
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate, but
well, that beats finding every ladder block in the seed.
I don't know. I think he found those too.
Yeah, I think it's over.
There we go.
Yeah, that's it. He got it.
That these likes are putting in work here.
I was not, because I'm not sure in the race. I was mashing the crap out of the button as soon as I Yeah, start condition, please go ahead.
And he's just bobbing Zelda multiple times.
I wanted to do that too when I saw the bombs, except that no one had finished. So.
And with that, Dark Magician has finished the seed up with an SRL time of 1 hour, 24 minutes, 27 seconds. Get your GGs in chat, as this was one heck of a raid.
Don't forget to follow both of our owners too, Cfalcon7 and Dark Magician 1184. Both great runners. Give them follows. You should probably follow Leslie Pro 04 as well. I hear he's all right.
Don't forget to follow Mr. Cab as well.
That one you might need a little more bravery to do, but follow me. It's okay. And we'll see if we can we'll see if Dark Magician wants to talk about the bomb hole in 6 that wasn't. You have any more thoughts on this seed, Cfalcon?
I don't really have any don't really have any more thoughts on this seed. Just first of all, same time tomorrow night for game 2.
I was gonna ask if game 2 was scheduled yet.
Yep, would love to I mean, from my perspective, of course, I would love to close it out and move on, but I think I would like a less stressful seed, just period, even if I don't win it. But the other thing I wanted to say is that thanks to Mr. Broadstone over at Randomizer for restreaming the race. Cab, Leslie, 2 good friends. Thank you both so much for commentating. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to get it on this one. All right. And Dark Magician, understandably so at this point, looks like he's going to going to not answer questions this evening. I can't blame him. I had a similar seed to this last night. I think it even was same kind of deal. The ladder was behind an obscure bomb hole in an obscure place. Yeah, I think silence is the best answer to angrily describe this seed. So I think we're gonna start wrapping up.
Sounds like a good idea. It was my pleasure to be able to commentate this race as I saw this on the schedule. And let's just say I knew this was one I wanted to call because I knew it was going to be a fun one. Bit frustrating with that ladder placement, though, which is quite understandable, as that gets all of us from time to time.
Yeah, sometimes that's just evil. But Cfalcon finding after claiming this high seed without a ladder, finds the ladder first this time and comes out ahead in game 1.
That was Ladder's revenge, I'm pretty sure.
This is all your fault then. I'll make sure everybody knows.
Did not appreciate what I did that one night, I guess.
So I don't think the game ever appreciates stuff like that. I mean, we appreciate seeing it, but does the game appreciate it? Yeah, probably not.
So with that, I guess we're going to start signing off. Thanks again, everybody who helps let this tournament happen. Thanks for Randomania for hosting us, Mr. Broadstone helping us out behind the scenes. You remember who's our tracker tonight? I don't think we got that name in yet.
No, I don't believe we did. I'm trying to think of who it was.
Do we have is it the Dead Boy?
My apologies for not thanking the tracker. I wasn't aware if it was.
It is Dead Boy. Thank you. Thank you, Dead Boy, for tracking and keeping that nice item list in the middle up to date.
Now, if only we knew where the NE key was, that really would have been helpful. But hey, always next time.
Yep, always next time. That's all I've got. I've actually got to get moving. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good evening. Leslie, Cfalcon, thank you as well. Don't forget to follow the runners. Follow everybody. Have a good.
Yep, have a good night, everybody. And we've got another load of races tomorrow, starting at 10 in the morning and going all the way through the evening, concluding with the aforementioned Cfalcon Dark Magician Game 2 at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern.